Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Hasharet, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We now turn to page number 10, Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh is a song, a poem. It's really like a secret code. The hidden code is that written in the name of this song is the name of God, and the name of God is connected to each and every one of us. Inside us, within our spirit, is an aspect of God. So this song, which has the secret code name of God inside it, is really talking to the secret code name of the soul within each and every one of us. The first two stanzas on page number 10. Yedi nefesh avarachaman mishoch el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayom yishtachaveh lo adarach ki yerav lo yedidotach mino fetzuv bechol tam hadur na'eh zivolam nafshi cholat avatoch ana el narafana lam beharot la noam zivach as titchazek v'titrape v'hayatalach shivchat olam yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. Turning to page number 11, L'chun Rambam in just a moment. Again, we're on page number 11. Lecho neranena neranena ladonai naria naria letzo yishenu. Lecho neranena neranena ladonai naria naria letzo yishenu. Nikad mafanav nikad mafanav nikad mafanav betoda bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo lecho neranena neranena ladonai naria naria letzo yishenu. Lecho neranena neranena ladonai naria naria letzo yishenu. Nikad mafanav nikad mafanav nikad mafanav betoda bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo bismirot bismirot naria lo. On page 11 on the English side. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Great is Adonai, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands form the earth's deep. Mountain crests, too, are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hands. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. On page 12, the last stanza of the Hebrew side. Arbim shakut b'dor v'amar to'e levavem v'hem lo'idu drachai asher nishbati gapi im yavon el menuchati. On page number 14 on the English side, on page 14 on the English side, those first two stanzas. Bow to Adonai in the glory of this holy place. Tremble before God's presence, all who dwell on earth. Announce among the nations, Adonai reigns. The land is firm and will not be moved. Peoples will be truthfully judged. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice. The sea in its fullness roar. The meadows and all that grows in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise as Adonai comes to judge the earth, judging lands with righteousness and peoples with divine truth. The last stanza, it's the last 5 lines. The trees of the forest shall sing to God. God is going to come and judge the earth. God is going to judge land. There's an expectation that the world itself has to measure up to God's standards. And along within that perspective, that the world itself has to measure up to God's standard, the very last line, peoples are judged with divine truth, reminds us that we are part of the world. Humanity and the world itself, we're all in a shared experience. We're all in a balance between ourselves and God. And thinking about this, the earth is being judged. Our first song tonight on the song sheet by Craig Talman is Holy Ground. The earth itself is holy. The world is holy.
Every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place, every way, where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you praise, all of life is holy ground. Every he, every she, every what, every who. It's in her, it's in them, it's in me, it's in you. In the bitter, in the sweet, in the calm, in the storm. All of life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound. Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground. When you hurt, when you heal, when you laugh, when you pray, when you hold and when you keep, when you give it away. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day. All of life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound. We take our shoes off, we're on holy ground. We are one people, one story, one tapestry we weave, one journey, one glory, one legacy we leave. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Everything, everyone, every place, every way. Where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you praise. All of life is holy ground. Can you feel the holy ground? Take your shoes off. You're on holy ground.
On page 21 on the Hebrew side and also the transliteration, this mizmor, this psalm, Psalm number 29, stands out because of a Hebrew term. The voice of God appears 7 times in this psalm. And to our ancestors, the number 7 was very significant. Described in Genesis, the whole universe comes into being and coalesces from chaos into beauty and understanding with the number 7. And so any other element within our tradition as number 7 stands out. And that's probably why it is associated with Friday night and Saturday morning service. The voice of God rings out 7 times. Havul Adonai b'nei elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'oz, Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Hishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim, el kavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shaver arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayirkidem kamo egel, Lebanon v'Sirion kamo ven re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzei vavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai Yechol Elayalot, Vayechesof Ya'arot, Vecholo Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabul Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Le'olam, Adonai Oz Li'amo Yitain, Adonai Yevarech Et Amo Vashalom. L'Chadodi is on page number 23, the opening two stanzas, page 25, the concluding two stanzas. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmiyanu elam yuchad Adonai echad ushmo echad l'shem ultif eret v'leitila lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat l'chovan elcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela yamin usmal tiferotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al Yanish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lechadodi lekrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela Bo'e v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uvetzala toch emunei am segula bo'e chala lechadodi lekrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela yai dai 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 yada da 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 dai 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 yada da 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 dai 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 yada da 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. And as we're seated, we turn to the Psalm for Shabbat herself on page number 27. On the English side. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. Sing of the lute, pluck the harp.
Let the sound of the lyre rise up.
You gladdened me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs.
The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms only to be destroyed forever. But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raise my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
What does it mean to be anointed with oil? What does it mean to be anointed with oil? What does that mean? Who was anointed in the ancient days with oil? Kings, queens, Kohanim, the ritual leaders, and prophets. So when this phrase is within the whole frame of this psalm, which is associated with the individual, expressing the point that it's good to be thankful, it says, anointed with oil, it is as if every one of us, any individual, could be a king or a queen, a priest, or a prophet. That doesn't mean, oh gosh, we get to sit in, the best car, chariot number 1. What it means is that you and I have the privilege and the responsibility of influencing others. So when you're anointed with oil, you have the capacity to influence somebody else for the better. Last two stanzas. This is the fulfillment of being anointed with oil. It's the righteous. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They flourish in our God's courtyards. In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. The result of this psalm, or the mindset in the psalm, is that for as long as you and I are alive, whether we're young or, for the case of children, understand, really old, we can make a difference in the world. And the difference that we make is altering the world to be a world of righteousness and sanctity and honor and compassion and justice. We rise to Baruch Hu on page number 39B. Page 39B, the Baruch Hu, page 39B. Baruch Hu et Adonai Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Baruch, Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Maybe seated. The first bracha on the English side of page 39b, the first bracha. Baruch Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, you completed your work of creation on the seventh day, calling this day from one evening to the next the holy Shabbat, and gave this day of rest in all its holiness to your people Israel, creator of day and night, rolling light before darkness and darkness from light, making day pass and bringing on the evening, distinguishing day from night. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Alein Olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. If you will, please turn to the second song sheet. The title is Rik Rek Anachnu Mevorachim, Bilvavot Ohavim. And allowing me just a brief comment, the major portion of this prayer service in the Siddur is a prayer of love, which introduces the Shema, the theme of love. This contemporary piece by Rik Rek puts forth the message, Anachnu Mevorachim, we are blessed, Bilvavo, by the fact that we have hearts that love. When we capitalize on the nature of who we are, to bring love into the world between ourselves and our fellow man, between ourselves and God, we transform ourselves. Tonight, in place of Avat Olam, Rik Rek this piece, Anachnu Mevorachim, on the song sheet.
Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim, Anachnu, Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim. We are blessed to have hands to hold each other. We are blessed to have eyes to see the good in the world. We are blessed to have ears to hear the words of love. Anachnu, Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim, Anachnu, Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim. We are blessed to have time to understand. We are blessed to have choice, to live where we want to live. We are blessed to have voices to sing this song. Anachnu, Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim, Anachnu, Vorachim, Bilvavot, Ohavim. We are blessed to have life, live in freedom. We are blessed to have hearts to love each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nachnu vorachim levavo ohavim. Nachnu vorachim levavo ohavim. Nachnu vorachim levavo ohavim. Nachnu vorachim levavo ohavim.
V'avatachal tesumimenu olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol miodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecham, vedivartabam, b'shitecha bebeitecha, uvelechtecha v'aderech, uveshachbecha uv'kumecha, ukishartam liot al yadecha, v'hayulet totafot beninecha, uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, Ovish Arecha. A few moments of silence, page number 42. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please turn to Micha Mocha on page 44. On the English side, beginning with Who is like you and following the red transliteration. Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders? Mi chamocha poelim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar bakodesh, nora tilot osei felen. Your children recognized your sovereignty as you split the sea before Moses. This is my God, they responded, and said, Adonai will reign forever and ever. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe, zeli anu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. And so it is written, Adonai has rescued Jacob and redeemed them from the hand of those more powerful than he. Baruch atah Adonai, who redeemed the people Israel. Hashkivenu on page 45 on the English side. Hashkivenu Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. And stop for a moment. And right now, we're looking at the news and we see terrible floods across the United States, terrible fires across certain parts of the United States and into Canada, terrible damage from earthquake in Colombia, fires in different parts of Europe. And there are many people who are suffering, who literally have lost their homes, who feel that they are on the edge of life and perhaps death. And you and I are sheltered here. And our shelter is only meaningful if you and I are thinking about people who do not have that shelter. And we hold them in prayer. And we continue. Shelter. Shelter us all in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us all. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us all your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem and everyone. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. The top of page 46. Debbie Bletstein is joining us tonight for V'Shamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבב וחייכון וביומכון ובחיי בכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעולם לעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר גמא ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי דקדושה ברכו לעילם כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעולמם V'imero. Amen. Please rise. Silent Amida, pages 47 through 52, for an opportunity to devise our own private silent prayer or reflection. And every once in a while, phone call, text, and Janet texted Annette a few days ago to say happy birthday. And also, by the way, we're going on a trip to Portugal. Janet and Jeff, for years, have been part of a group of friends whom I call the Eclipse Watchers. And they have traveled to many locations around the world on a number of occasions over the past 3 or 4 decades to watch an eclipse. And you and I can understand why. We've all seen the news. It's fascinating. Just imagine broad daylight, and all of a sudden the moon obscures the sun, the sky turns black, especially in the middle of the day. How striking it is. And we've all seen the news of literally hundreds, thousands of people traveling around the world to participate in watching the eclipse. Make sure you don't look, use your special filters, and we know all the cautions, of course. What a showstopper. To actually see the sun obscured right before our very eyes. Magnificent. I tend to think that most of us, as we go about our busy days, may not really pay attention to the ordinary beauty of the sun and the moon and the stars and the clouds and the mountains and the rivers and the streams. But when something as exceptional as a solar eclipse comes along, we are shaken out of our routine and we stop. And once again, our imagination takes over. How striking. It's interesting, just almost within hours that we learned that our cousins were going to be watching the eclipse, Dan asked me a question. Dan's our Gabbai, good friend, and he asked me a question: how do Jews interact with astrology? Which is an interesting question. And again, the striking coincidence is not only that my cousins were going to observe a solar eclipse, but there's a reference in the Torah. All happenstance. Astrology is a problem from a Jewish point of view because if you believe that heavenly powers, that the configuration of the sun or the moon or the stars or the planets in their orbits affect your life or my life, what you're really doing is you're ascribing heavenly power to inanimate objects. And as soon as I say it, you understand, now we know that will be a problem from a Jewish point of view, because we only ascribe colossal heavenly power to God and nothing else. We all know the words mazel tov, and it means typically in conversation, congratulations. You know what mazel tov really means? Mazal means constellation. Tov means good. And going back about 1500, 1600, 1700 years ago, there was a Jewish idea that if you were born under a mazel tov, under a constellation that was configured in the right manner, you would have good luck or good fortune. That's the origin of the term mazel tov, that an orbiting planet or a configuration of stars would affect your life to the positive. It was a hope. But it's a problem, because you and I know that from a Jewish point of view, we are not to believe that the way a planet orbits or a sun or a star is in the heavens would influence your life to the good. Not only does it violate the idea of monotheism and the belief in God, but it also does something else. It takes away your own power of action. And we all know of the importance within Judaism of the freedom of choice, free will. If we ascribe power to something up there over our heads, what we're really doing is saying we don't have power to chart our own lives, our own courses of action here in the world around us today. So there are two reasons that we as Jews would not hopefully absorb and observe what people now call astrology. I'm not speaking of astronomy, which is a hard science. I'm speaking of astrology. With that in mind, show you a very interesting picture. This comes from, interestingly, a synagogue. It's one of my favorite synagogues to visit in Israel. The next time you want to go to Israel, please let me know. If we can arrange a trip, fine. If not, I'll give you information about how to get to this one synagogue. This synagogue is a famous synagogue. It's in an area known as the Alpha. If you know the geography, if you can picture Tiberias, and you go a little bit south, just to get to the very top of what's called the Jordan River Valley, near mouth of the Jordan River, you come to this one little area, and allow me to explain. But first, look at this mosaic where the three panels. Look at the bottom, the center, and the top. And the bottom and the top are very Jewish, but the center includes zodiacal symbols. If you go to this synagogue, which was discovered by accident about 100 years ago, and you walk into the chamber, which is about the size of our foyer, you walk and you see stunning hand-laid mosaic. And in one section of this gorgeous mosaic here, you see elements of a lulav, a shofar, what looks like an ark, a ner tamid, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, these are familiar Jewish symbols. And then on the bottom, you would see a picture of, hopefully, looks like an animal, it's a ram, and you would see a knife, and you would see a child or a young man, and you might say, oh, this looks like the binding of Isaac. Correct. But in the center panel, which covers the majority of this room, you see 12 zodiacal symbols. The 12 zodiacal symbols. And in the center of the 12 zodiacal symbols, you see this glowing angelic face. Yes. What would there be? What is there? A glowing angelic face within the 12 zodiacal symbols. We don't know, but historians look at it and ask, could it be possibly a reference to Helios, the sun god? And if it is the case, that's a real problem. Imagine, hear this before you, a synagogue that was built 1,500 years ago in Israel, and in the floor of the sanctuary itself, next to some beautiful Jewish symbols and some beautiful Jewish symbols, is a depiction of 12 zodiacal symbols and perhaps Helios, the sun god. How can we accept that a synagogue in medieval Israel, designed by and built by Jews, contains features of astrology? You and I know that from a theological point of view, astrology is absolutely forbidden. Books have been written about this famous synagogue, and the supposition is people knew they weren't really supposed to have these symbols in the synagogue or at all as Jews, but guess what? They liked the pictures. They thought the pictures were pretty, goes the theory, and thus art, you might say, won out over theology. Isn't that striking? The same weekend that our cousins say, we're going to go watch a solar eclipse, Dan asks about, gee, are we allowed to appreciate astrology? And in tomorrow's Torah reading, there's a phrase, do not bow down and worship symbols of the heavenly nature, sun, moon, and stars. You know, we still have this synagogue that's before us, which is a prime tourist site. How do we reconcile this? And the answer is, guess what? Sometimes people are inconsistent. That's how I understand life. Sometimes we're inconsistent. And we know what our traditions call for. We know what our beliefs are. We know how we are supposed to chart our lives forward as individuals, as members of the community, and as a tradition. And yet, we still may not quite hit the target. We might miss the target. I wasn't around 1,500 years ago when the people built the synagogue in Beit Alpha. But I lived my and if you will, turning in the Siddur now to page number 59, page number 59. And at the top of the page, both on the Hebrew side and the English side of page 59, you see a little caption, which is a reminder that beginning today, right now, we say this psalm or a phrase or two from this psalm every morning and every night leading up to Rosh Hashanah, through into Yom Kippur, and halfway into Sukkot, and then just before Shemini Atzeret, which is in Sukkot, we stop. The idea being that after 6 3/4 weeks, not 7, interestingly enough, we feel that we have reoriented ourselves to make the new year a better year. You'll see a little red stanza of transliteration on the English side of page 59, and just above that is 3 little lines. It's one thing. This is the Ahavas Chesed. One thing I ask of Adonai, this is what I seek, to dwell in the house of God all the days of my life, to behold God's peacefulness, and to pray in God's sanctuary. Achad sha'alti me'et Adonai ota avakesh. Achad sha'alti me'et Adonai ota avakesh. Shivti We remember with great love Ike Gurrich, Nancy Howell, Benny Friedlander, Louise Goldrich, Faye Klein, Max Gottlieb, Sarai Polanski, Elisa Weissman, Bernard Rosenthal, Ida Schneiderman, Bert Signoff, John Shepard, Donald Goldrich. Are there any other names to mention this evening? Perhaps somebody joining us online has a name to share and is invited to rise in his or her own home. And remember all those whose lives were stolen from us when Hamas attacked us on October 7th. Yitzchak, Yitzchak, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma, Divrach, Hirutei, Yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon v'yomechon, V'chaye Yechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'adala v'zeman Kariv, Imeru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Mevarach, La'alam L'olmei Olmaya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, V'yitale, V'yitalal, Shemei V'kudashah, Rehu, Le'ela Minko Berchata, V'shirata, Tushbachata, V'nechemata, Da'am Miran Ba'olma, V'meru. Amen. Yehei, Shalama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chayim, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'meru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Ramav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'meru. Amen. We'll conclude with the Adon Olam on page 211. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'ik Nasa, B'chetz Kol, Azai Melech Nikra Adon Olam, V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol, Lavado Yilov Dara Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Homer, V'hu Yemetiv Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, Lam Shelo Akira Adon Olam, B'li Gereshit, B'li Tachlit, B'lo Ozvam Yisra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'ik Nasa, B'chetz Kol, Azai Melech Shelo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Go'ali, V'tzorach Li, V'yetzir Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Aman Nosli, Manat Kosi V'yom Mikra Adon Olam, V'yado Avi Rochi, V'yet Yishan V'yakira Adon Olam, V'yrochi Geviyati, Adon Mavi V'lo V'ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'ik Nasa, V'chetz Kol, Azai Melech Shelo Nikra Adon Olam. Good Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. To all those joining us, we hope that at some point in your future, you'll be back here with us. Until that point in time, you're part of our community and you're within our hearts.